Hi, I'm Nancy. What was that? Oh no, the screen tore. I better tell Mawako about this tomorrow. It must have just been my imagination. I should try to get some more sleep. All right, let's grade some homework.
What was the name of the place you're staying at again?
The Ryokan Hiei.
Told you.
Guess you're right.
What are you two talking about?
We met this girl at a bento booth at the expo, and she grew up at the ryokan you're staying at. Pretty crazy coincidence.
Is her name Yumi?
That's the one. You've got to get down here and meet her. She's so much fun. She told us all about everyone at the ryokan, and it sounds like you've got your hands full.
I should come to meet her. I have a few questions.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I know that tone of voice.
What tone of voice?
Yep, that's the one.
What are you talking about?
You're working a case, aren't you?
Maybe. I don't know exactly what is going on at the ryokan, but it's really strange.
Busted.
Okay, you got me. I may have found a mystery.
Shocking.
So, what can we do for you?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I saw something really strange in my room.
What?
A shadowy figure showed up in my room, but when I looked out on the balcony, no one was there. It was like whoever it was just disappeared.
Creepy. Okay, that's it. We're leaving Japan.
I'm sure there is a logical explanation.
Me too. I'm just not sure what it is yet.
The two of you, I swear, if we were being chased by a dinosaur, you two would be too busy debating about the fossil record to run away. Where's your sense of panic?
It was pretty scary, I admit, but I don't believe that someone could just disappear.
Right. Well, you said a shadow figure, right? Maybe it was some sort of trick of the light.
That's what I was thinking. I'll keep an eye out for something like that.
Spooky. Anything else?
How's the expo going, George?
It's crazy. I've never seen so many clever people in one space. I'm definitely dealing with a little bit of that small fish, large pond anxiety. I'm still trying to get tickets for you, but it's not looking good.
That's okay. Thanks for trying. I'll let you get back to work.
Bye, Nancy.
This looks important. I should figure out where I can use it. Whoa, that's a little hot. Nothing helps solve a mystery like a hot bath. It looks like something is missing here.
Hello.
I tore one of the screens in my room. I'm really sorry.
Do not worry, Nancy-san. This happens often. Very easy to fix. Just a little steam to loosen the glue. I'll have Lentalo take care of it immediately.
Great, thanks. When I tore the screen, I think I saw someone on my balcony.
Right. It's nothing to worry about. The screens really distort things sometimes. I'm sure it was just your imagination.
Maybe you're right.
I'm sure of it. There's nothing to worry about.
I'm sorry, the mirror broke when I was in the baths, but before it broke, I saw the image of a woman who wasn't in the room with me.
Don't worry, Nancy. I'm sure it was nothing. I have Lentalo take care of it right away. Until then, please stay away. I don't want you to get hurt.
But I saw something. I'm sure of it.
You work too hard, Nancy-san. Up too late, off to teach so early. You must rest more. Your judgment suffers if you do not get enough rest.
I know what I saw.
Nancy-san, please. I have to ask you to let me get back to work.
I did it!
Hello?
I finished up the Renograms puzzle.
Great! I knew you would! Don't tell the other puzzles, but this is my favorite.
I'm ready for more Renograms.
Here you go!
Do you know what happened to the mirror in the baths?
Oh, that thing. I sorta hid it a few years back and put a little hairline crack in it. Its days have been numbered for a while.
Sorry about breaking it.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm just glad you didn't get hurt. Mirrors can be very dangerous when they're breaking. In more ways than one.
What do you mean?
Oh, shards of glass and such. Not something to fool around with.
Something weird happened. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see my reflection.
Aha!
You know what happened?
You're a vampire! Seriously though, that's pretty messed up. Maybe you need to get a little rest. This place might be getting to you a little.
I'll let you get back to work.
Catch you around!
Nancy, today I have a very important lesson. We will learn origami.
Great, let's get started.
Origami has been around in many forms for centuries. Master Yoshizawa brought the art back before it could disappear. There is a grave danger, Nancy-san, in forgetting. If the whole world forgets a thing or a person, then it is gone forever.
What do you mean by that?
I have for you here a selection of origami patterns, a few steps away from the last step. You must simply match the pattern to the completed design. They are perfect, absolutely perfect. You have many talents, Nancy-san.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Ugh, creepy. I don't think I need to keep this one. I should buy that comic. I can't afford that. Hi, is your name Yumi?
Absolutely not. Who's asking? It might be. Are you going to order? What's your agenda here, stranger?
I'm Nancy Drew.
Nope, never heard of you, but thank you for saying your name out loud. Oh, wait, Nancy Drew? As in friends with Beth and George and staying at the Ryokan Nancy Drew? Or are there two of you? Which one is it?
That's me, the friends with Bess and George.
Excellent. Yes, perfect. Get over here. Come on. You're learning to make bento the Yumi way.
Come on, trust me, it's a life skill. Once you know how to make a good bento box, you pretty much got the whole world all figured out.
Sure, sounds good.
Fantastic! Here are the ingredients. You may notice that they run the gamut from pretty cute to insanely adorable. This is not an accident. Okay, very easy. The customers will give you a list of what they want and how they want it organized, and you pack it together. You won't believe how easy it is. Okay, I gotta go.
Going? Where are you going?
The store. Good luck. You'll do fine. I'll be back soon.
Wait! I guess I'd better get to work. Hey, I did it! It was pretty cute.
Thanks for helping out, Nancy.
Could you tell me a little bit about the Ryukon?
I'm not into that sort of thing. Couldn't you find a pamphlet?
I was hoping for an insider's opinion.
Oh, I get it. You want the dirt on the situation, right?
Yes, exactly.
Interesting. You're working some kind of angle here, aren't you? Not that it matters. Still, way too busy to talk.
I know you're busy, but I helped you out with bento, and all I want is a little information.
Okay. Surrounded by breathtaking views you'll not soon forget, the Ryokan Hiei opens the door to a simpler time. Perfect for the business traveler hoping to experience traditional Japan, or the family in search of that perfect vacation. Ryokan Hiei, discover Japan, discover you.
That's persuasive, but not exactly what I wanted to know.
Isn't it? That's mine from years back. I was thinking of going into advertising, but then I thought, nah.
I was hoping you could tell me a little about some of the strange things that have been happening.
Aha! If you really want to know. Oh no! I'm running out of bento boxes. Can you please go grab my backup stock from my apartment? This is the sort of thing that can move us from buddies to straight up besties.
Sorry, I'm too busy.
Okay, you brought this upon yourself. See what you did? Look at this. I can keep this up all day.
Okay, I'll help.
Great! It's just over by the Kurume station. I could tell right away that we were going to be friends. Here's my key. Oh, and P.S. My number is 075-021-5855.
Your grandmother seems a little hesitant to talk to me.
That's the shocker of the decade. She's hesitant to talk to herself.
What do you think of Rentaro?
Other than that he should get a job at the Nerd Statue Factory as their primary model? He's a good time. What do you think of Rentaro?
There's something a little weird about him.
Yeah, that weird thing about him is his personality. That kid is his own special kind of neurotic. Always has been. But he's my fake little brother, so I'm used to it. Until someone brings it up, I forget how he must seem when you first meet him.
What do you mean by fake little brother?
He first moved in next door when I was 7 and Miwako was 5. He followed us around day and night. One day, when he was being a real pain to Miwako, she just snapped and punched him hard. It was bad news. My mother saw. After that, we had to be nice to him no matter what, at least when she was in sight. Eventually, he grew on us, especially Miwako.
I met your sister, Miwako. You two seem pretty close.
That doesn't sound like the impression you'd get by having a chat with Miwako. What are you trying to ask?
Miwako seemed a little upset about the Ryukon. Do you know anything about that?
That's more her area of expertise. I've never been the go-to girl for the Ryoka. That place is the definition of repetitive. Guests come in, guests come out. It's brain-breakingly tedious. I don't know how Miwako puts up with it.
Does Miwako like working at the Ryukon?
Well, yeah. Why else would she be there day in and day out? What that girl needs is to spend some time out here. A few weeks with me and my friends would be enough to shake her up and get her to have some fun for once.
So you don't want to take over the Ryukon?
Not even for a second. I mean, I don't even get the whole tradition thing. You want to go to the past? Get a time machine. I'm not one for living in the past. Have you ever read a history book? The past is where we keep all of the terrible things that have happened.
What does Takai think of you working here?
It's a phase. I'll snap out of it. Like I've been hypnotized and one day someone says the right word and snaps their fingers and I'll go, "Hello, I am Yumi. One job running Ryokan, please." She's old school like that. Thinks the fun parts of life are a phase and the nasty parts are the bees and knees.
Can you tell me a little bit about what happened with your mother?
This is not the time or the place.
Is there a better time? Maybe when you're not at work?
There's never going to be a time or place. Just drop it. I should get back to work.
I need to translate that. These must be what Yumi was talking about. Savannah Woodham. That's the author of this book. I should hang on to this. Having her phone number might come in handy. It looks like someone tore out one of the chapters.
Goody! And you've got my boxes. Neat! Here, I've got a thing for you. It's a phone charm. You can't not have one.
Thanks. What's it do?
Come to think of it, it doesn't really do anything. Get a job, phone charm. It probably won't. That's okay, just hang it on your phone. I've got tons. Help me with bento, and I'll hook you up with some super cute ones.
Your outfit is very interesting. Where did you get it?
Get it? Oh, you cannot get something this cool in a store. I made it.
You make your own clothes?
Yeah, I got sick of waiting for the boutiques to catch up to me. The places I go around here, fashion is the business. You don't show up looking out of date. Oh, I've got the best thing. You gotta have it. I use it to come up with all of my new ideas.
Oh, what's that?
It's a program for your phone. You upload pictures to the computer and send them to your phone. It lets you test out a new look on you or your friends. It's back at my place on the computer.
Sounds great. I don't usually have time to keep up with the latest fashion trends.
I could sort of tell, but I wasn't sure if you were going for an irony thing with your outfit.
Hey!
Just teasing. You pull off the old school thing, Nancy Drew. Some things don't go out of style. If you help me out with a little more bento right now, I'll hook you up with the program. Come on.
Nancy Drew, bento chef extraordinaire.
Great job. Here you go, Nancy.
Why do you have a book on shadow puppets?
Oh, that's Miwako's. It shouldn't be in my apartment. It's just a stupid book about puppets. It's just another one of the things that my grandmother is trying to always push on us.
Could you use something like this to make spooky shadows from far away? Say, a balcony?
Yeah, I guess.
Love that last picture you sent.
I know, isn't that one great?
I don't understand. If you're the one who's supposed to take over the Ryokan, why is Miwako the one working there?
Ugh, Nancy-chan, don't get all everyone else on me here. If I had known I was supposed to run that place when I grew up, I would have taken a pass on the whole firstborn thing, trust me.
If Miwako left the Ryokan, who would run it?
I don't know, it doesn't matter. Why do you care so much about it anyway?
I'm just sort of naturally curious.
I'd back burner that curiosity as long as you're staying at the Ryokan if I were you.
What do you mean?
Try not to find out, okay, Nancy? You seem nice. Hello.
I found Savannah's ghost book in your apartment. Can you tell me more about that?
She's some sort of ghost hunter or something. I don't know much about it, okay?
But she did a chapter on the Ryokan.
Yeah, well, just because my grandmother believes in that junk doesn't mean I do.
I really like your apartment.
You do? Thanks. It's just a 1K. That's code around here for tiny and overpriced, but the location is great and it's mine. I love it.
When did you move out of the Ryokan?
The second I was old enough to sign a lease. Best decision I've ever made. No late night room service. No annoying tourists calling up at 4 in the morning. I adore that apartment. I wonder if it knows. I'm going to get it something nice today. A new doormat or something.
I'm ready to help with more bento. Another successful order.
Fantastic.
I'll let you go.
See you later. What's going on?
I watched that DVD at your place. It was very strange.
You did what?
Shouldn't I have? Oh no, I'm sorry, Yumi.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Just be very cautious.
What do you mean?
You have to be cautious about everything here, Nancy.
Love that last picture of you and Bess.
I know, isn't that one great?
I'll talk to you later.
Bye!
Recording the site of a haunting might actually be a really good idea. I should look into that.
Hello.
Do you want to manage the Ryukon?
Right now I have to, but it's not that simple.
Why not?
It just isn't. Hello.
From what I understand, the Ryukon has quite the reputation for being haunted.
It is true that we have the reputation.
Has that been difficult for business?
It is nothing you need to concern yourself over.
Can you think of anyone who would stand to gain if the Ryukon went out of business?
No one I know. We all depend upon the ryokan, even Yumi and Rentaro.
What about someone else, on the outside?
No, there's no one else.
How does your grandmother feel about the Ryukon?
It's her whole world. She loves it more than anything or anyone she's ever met.
What does she think of Yumi not working here?
It's a very sore subject for her. And honestly, I've heard too much about it already.
What do you mean?
Every day I'm here, making sure all is well. It would just be nice to hear her at least mention all of the work I do. Just once. I'm sorry this is nothing you want to hear about.
Do you think Yumi's ever going to come back here to run the Ryukon?
If she knows what's good for her.
Why doesn't Yumi work here at the Ryukon?
She's very... My mother used to call her a free spirit. But that's a nice way of saying that Yumi's selfish and doesn't want to help.
Do you and Yumi get along?
No.
So I take it you're not very close.
With us, the term isn't close, it's within striking range. So we both try to avoid that.
Did you and Yumi ever get along?
Of course, but really. She was a very good big sister to have after what happened with our mother. But soon enough, she was back to being the selfish, manipulated brat she is today.
She does seem a little demanding.
Not demanding, manipulative and bratty. Trust me, I've thought this one through.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hello?
So you grew up next door?
My dad and I moved in when I was about 7.
Why do you spend all of your time here when you live just next door?
Never got my room decorated right. Plus, this place has always been more fun. And Miwako's here. And I've got my workshop.
What do you think of Yumi?
She's pretty much the older sister you want to have. She's cool, she's adventurous, she's a pain, but no matter what, she's got your back. Although, man, can she be bossy. I'm sure she's already put you to work.
Yeah, a little.
That bossy thing is just her special way of saying, I am your boss, now do what I say.
I'll let you get back to work.
See you later.
It looks like I need to find a way to make sure none of the wires are crossing.
Hello.
I'll let you go.
See you later.
Someone's been in here. It looks like whoever left those footprints walked right through the wall. Better call it a night.
Hi.
It seems like you and Rentaro were pretty close.
Yes, we grew up together. I have a few memories before Rentaro, but not many.
How long have you two been dating?
I don't even know. A long time.
You sound a little frustrated.
Sometimes it's hard not to be with Rentaro.
What do you mean?
Never mind. I shouldn't be bothering you with this.
It's not a bother.
It's just that when he gets it in his mind that he wants something, there's just no stopping him. He's been pressuring me to leave here.
Why is that?
He keeps saying it'll be good for me, but really, he's just being selfish. I think. I really don't know. He can be so sweet sometimes, and other times it's like there's only him in the world.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, see ya.
Savannah Woodham's office, Logan speaking.
Can I speak to Savannah Woodham, please?
Are you one of our interviews?
Interviews?
I'm Savannah Woodham's assistant. Is she interviewing you about the expo?
No, I actually want to speak to Savannah about a book she wrote.
Oh, great! I'm so glad you called.
Really? Why's that?
It's been like 3 days since I've gotten to hang up on anyone. I wonder if I'm still good at it. Logan speaking.
Did you just hang up on me?
Oh, absolutely. Between you and me, it was awesome. In fact... Can't talk right now. Can't talk right now.
Nancy, how's it going?
I looked in this mirror, and instead of seeing my reflection, I saw a ghostly image.
Ugh, creepy.
Cool.
Actually, I'm going to side with Bess on this one.
No, I've heard about stuff like this before. There's a thing you can do to the glass to throw a false image, but it's a really fussy process. It's hard to do without breaking the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror broke. So do you think it's possible it was rigged?
More possible than the other option.
There were watery footprints in my room that led straight into a wall.
Why are you still there? You've lost your mind. You know how in the scary movies you always want to yell, "Don't go in that door," but they never can hear you?
Yeah?
Well, you can hear me, so don't go in that door. Call this mystery a wash and come stay at our hotel, which has a nice ghost-free view and a ghost-free pool and tiny, overpriced ghost-free packets of peanuts.
That's a nice offer, but I think I'm getting close to figuring out what's going on here.
Since you won't listen to reason, you're going to have to listen to George on this one.
Thanks a lot, Bess. Unfortunately, I don't have a clue about what to do with this one. But Nancy, whatever's going on out there, be careful.
I will, promise. Did you get the avatar I sent you, Bess?
Yeah.
Did you get that paper doll I sent, George?
Yeah, it's great. I'm definitely saving it.
How's Kyoto?
It's the best. Yumi's been showing me some of the coolest parts of town. The fashion here is crazy. Yumi took me to a store. I don't even know how to describe this place. It was pink. Really, really pink. It had the pink version of everything you could imagine.
I'm not surprised.
Neither was I, but I was a little horrified. But then she took us to see the Guion District. So cool. She was a little grumpy that we wanted to see some traditional plays, but I think she had fun anyway.
I found a strange book about ghosts in Yumi's apartment with a note from the author.
What do you mean?
It had a dedication from the author, Savannah Woodham, to the Shimizu family. But the really weird thing is, there's a chapter missing.
What was in the missing chapter? Nope, strike that. That is a dumb question.
That's pretty strange. Maybe you can find another copy of the book somewhere.
There's a business card with the author's number inside. But more importantly, the table of contents says the missing chapter was about the Ryokan.
Weird. Did you call?
I called Savannah, but she's got a really protective assistant.
Yeah?
Apparently, she's in Kyoto now, covering the expo for some tech magazine, so she's pretty busy. If I could get past her assistant, I could finally figure out what this whole book is about.
Wait, so this guy is at the expo?
Pretty sure.
Then we've got this one.
We do?
Yep, we're going to find them, and you're going to flirt up a distraction.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Well, at the very least, this will be interesting.
And if it's a mortifying failure or anything, which it might be, we do live thousands of miles away.
Solid point. We'll keep you updated.
I'm not getting very far with Miwako.
What do you mean?
She never seems to answer my questions directly.
That's never a good sign. I'd keep an eye on her. She could just be quiet, or she could be hiding something.
What do you guys think of Yumi?
She's so much fun. A little pushy sometimes, but I feel like I've known her for years and we've just met.
She seems to really dislike the Ryokan. Do you think she'd want to see it closed down?
Well, I can't say for sure. She does really seem to resent that place, but I'm not sure if she'd go as far as trying to get it shut down. I don't know.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Talk to you later.
Hi.
I should go. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Nancy, Operation Distract Logan is a go. Call Savannah. Gotta go.
Hi, I understand you do paranormal research. Can you help me with a case I'm working on?
Sorry, I'm out of that business now. I'm working as a technology reporter. Unless you got a real hot tip about some emerging tech, I don't really have the time today. Talk to you soon. You've reached Savannah Woodham. I'm not available at the moment. Please try again.
Nancy-san, today we learn Chado, the tea ceremony.
Tea ceremony?
It is much more than making tea. It is the perfect exercise of balance and courteous friendship. Many spend their lives perfecting the ceremony, but today I will simply be teaching you the basics.
Sounds great.
The tea ceremony is foremost a gift. You are preparing a very special visit for friends and preparing to make certain every detail is perfect. Now there is a lot to learn. Be ready. I'll be asking you questions once I've finished. Let us begin. This is called the furo. Here we have the chasen or tea whisk. Here is the chakin, the tea cloth. This is called the kensui. This bamboo ladle is called a hishaku. You place the teapot cover on the futaoki. This is the chawan or tea bowl. The tea scoop is called the chasaku. This is the tea container. It is called the natsume. Each object has its proper place in the ceremony. You must place each item where it belongs. Well done, Nancy-san. Wonderful, Nancy-san. Absolutely wonderful. I would be honored to be invited to take tea with you.
Thanks. What was that just a minute ago?
What do you mean?
I saw something.
It was the wind, the power lines, and shadows. This is nothing to worry about.
Why do Yumi and Miwako fight so much?
You're an only child, aren't you?
Well, yes, but
Siblings fight. Let me give you some advice. If you ever have children, Nancy-san, and they are not fighting, it generally means they are hiding something that they have just broken.
I need to know, do you believe the ryokan is haunted?
Yes, Nancy-san. This isn't a trick someone is doing. Kasumi, she is still here. I can feel it. She's trapped and she's scared. And she's angry.
Do you really believe that?
When I was a girl, the most beautiful sparrow from the garden flew into my room. I had been trying to lure it in with seeds I'd stolen from the gardens for weeks. At first, I was so excited to have her in my room. But not for long. She couldn't find her way back out. She became very scared, threw herself into the walls in a panic. I was so worried she would die. She was so small and so frightened. I opened the windows wide, and snuck out of the room to let her calm down. An hour passed, then 2, 3. I'd open the door, and still she'd be there, crashing into the glass, trying so desperately to get free.
Did she get out?
Cosme is still here. I must help her. I'm sorry, I'm very busy. I'm sorry, I'm very busy. I'm sorry, I cannot talk right now.
Hey,
So how long have you and Miwako been dating?
officially, 4 years and 7 months. Non-officially, longer. And before that, a long time of me waiting for her to stop being so stubborn and agree to go out on a date with me.
What does Takai think of your relationship with Miwako?
At this point, I think she considers me part of the family. Or at least she lectures me like I'm one of the family. I'm choosing to interpret that in a positive light.
Miwako seems a little annoyed that you want her to leave the Ryokon.
Ha! Tell me about it.
Are you going to keep it up?
Yeah, it's not just a selfish thing. It's for her own good, too.
Thanks for repairing my screen. That was pretty embarrassing.
Oh, no problem. Easy fix. Just took a little steam to loosen the paper, a little new glue. No one will ever be able to tell. Just don't do it again. Or at least wait until the paper cuts heal. Ooh, I think thinking about paper cuts is way worse than getting them. Why did I bring it up?
I'll let you go.
Peace out.
It looks like I need to find a way to make sure none of the wires are crossing. I got the backing off the portrait.
Nice job.
What's this? I should hold on to this article.
Hey,
Do you know anything about the certificate behind the portrait? Who's Savannah Woodham?
she was an investigator. She helped out with the investigation after Kasumi died.
An investigator? This certificate seems a little less than official.
She was more of a paranormal investigator. I don't really believe in that stuff personally, but Takai wanted her here.
Why did Takai want a paranormal investigator?
I've known Tekai since I was a kid. And let me tell you this from experience. It is impossible to guess what she's thinking or why she does what she does.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find out.
Can you translate this for me?
Sure. No, put this back where you got it.
Nancy, how's it going?
Yumi sent me a great picture of you two.
Oh, isn't that cool? I love the Purokura booth here. I'll show you where a really great one is if you get done with your mystery before we have to head back home.
I'm working on it. I promise I'll see you guys soon. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Hello.
Hi, is this Savannah Woodham?
Let me guess. You're that Nancy girl who's been driving my assistant to distraction back this last week?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
I would. Now tell me what's so important that y'all ruined my perfectly good assistant. Since y'all been calling around, talking to him's been like talking to a rock that I pay too much money.
I'm staying at the Ryokan Hiei. Something really strange is going on here.
Don't tell me a lie now. This a joke?
No, I promise. It's the truth. I saw your book. I thought maybe you could help.
Honey, whoever you are, my best advice to you is to pack your bags and head back to wherever it is y'all come from.
I'm not leaving until I figure out what's really going on here.
There gonna be anything I can say that'll change your mind now?
No, I'm going to get to the bottom of this with or without you. But I could really use your help.
I've been a lot of places that say they haunted, but none fit the ticket like that spooky old Ryokan Hiei. I never got to finish up the chapter on the Ryokan like I was supposed to. Between us girls, I'm glad of that. You get much out of the family?
Nothing too useful.
Uh-huh. Tell you what. You end up following through with that bad idea of yours to stay at the Ryokan, and I'll see what help I can provide. But Nancy,
What's that?
y'all be careful there now. You understand me?
I will. I found watery footprints in my room.
Did you see them appear, or were they there and you found them?
They were already there.
Well, at least that's good.
Why's that?
To make wet footprints appear, you just need a wet foot and something to put it on. But when they just start appearing out of the blue, ain't nothing too good about that, especially considering what happened to the previous innkeeper.
What do you mean?
I know you ain't the superstitious kind. Otherwise, you'd be long gone by now, but it ain't always good to talk about the dead, especially those not at rest.
I think I ran across a trick mirror here.
Did it break?
Yeah, how did you know?
That's how you know it's a trick. Y'all know what the main difference between truth and illusion is in my line of work?
What's that?
Time. An illusion can only last so long before it gives up its secrets. Now, I don't know exactly how that mill was fixed, but the fact that it broke means that whoever rigged it knew that if you examined it enough, you'd figure it out.
So it was broken, so I couldn't figure out how it was faked.
Exactly. That is, if it was a trick. Nancy, I can tell you how things might be faked, but I can't tell you if they were faked. You're the ones got to stand there and know how the room feels when these things happen.
What's the story with your assistant, Logan?
He's like my own little Georgia bulldog. He can be a little aggressive sometimes, a little dopey at others, but always loyal. He's one of the good ones when you get right down to it.
How long has he been working for you?
Not long now. He started right after I switched my focus to tech reporting.
Why did you change careers?
It's a long story, but chasing's not the safest career there is. Ain't nothing shocking in that.
What is a Yurei?
It's a vengeful spirit that never knew justice here on the earth. They're said to be the spirits of those who've been wronged, and they're caught up in the worst moment you can imagine. They're very angry and very, very dangerous. If that's what you're dealing with there, you best be very careful.
I saw a really creepy, shadowy figure on my balcony. Do you think that could be faked?
Course. Ain't nothing hard in that.
Yeah?
It's as easy as shadow puppets. All you need to be able to do is practice. In my experience, people like scaring people with shadows a lot more than ghosts do. Way I see it, if it's something a person could plausibly do, then there's a person behind it. If it's something a person can't do that's scaring you, well, y'all don't need me to finish that sentence.
Can you tell me about the certificate you gave the Shimizu family?
Oh, yeah, that. Now, before you go thinking I'm some sort of charlatan, I don't normally do things like that. In fact, I had those made up to give the kids who were feeling too scared to go to sleep at night.
Why did you leave one here?
I felt like I should leave them something. I don't usually leave a place without knowing what's really going on there. Honestly, I felt so bad about the whole situation.
Can you help me translate an article I found? No one else is willing to.
Sure. Leave it at the counter and I'll have Logan swing by to pick it up.
How did you get into ghost hunting?
I guess you could say I was born into it. My daddy'd always drag me with him to these spooky old houses looking for broken down things to fix up. I guess that's where I got my start. Standing in those old falling apart houses, it was hard not to imagine ghosts coming round every corner. Used to scare me something bad, but somewhere along the road all the fear turned to curiosity.
What is the scariest thing you've seen while ghost hunting?
The really scary things are the ones you'll never see. But I guess one of the most frightening places I've been was this little town in the middle of nowhere in Germany. I was there writing a chapter on an old castle that the locals all said was haunted. Hundreds of years ago, the castle had belonged to this terrible family that had a reputation for all sorts of cruelty. At first I didn't believe the stories, but the more exploring I did, the more I started to see some of the terrible things that had happened there. All those stories, they were true. Didn't find any ghosts. That would have been better, I think.
Do you know where I can get a copy of your book?
I'm guessing you're looking for the ghost hunting book I wrote, but I can't help you there. I'm out of copies myself. To be honest, Nancy, I don't mind helping you. But this whole ghost thing is a phase I'd sooner put behind me.
Why is that?
Now, don't y'all worry about that now. Just a choice I made.
There must be some reason. I understand you were pretty well known.
Put it this way, Nancy. There are some jobs where being well known makes for a dangerous life. Sometimes it's smart to move on.
Bye.
Bye now.
Hi, Nancy, what's up?
I'll stop bugging you now.
Bye, Nancy.
Hi.
Can I leave this here to be picked up?
Yes.
Thanks. I saw a certificate certifying that the ryokan was cleansed of all ghosts and spirits. Can you tell me about that?
What? That's no offense, but that seems sort of silly. A certificate?
So you don't know anything about it?
No. And where exactly did you find this certificate?
Behind the portrait I helped Rentaro repair.
Maybe you should stay away from what isn't yours. And maybe he should have the sense to know what is a family matter. I have to get back to work now. Come back later. Hello.
Have Miwako and Rentaro been dating long?
It's hard to backdate that sort of thing, so let's just say they've been dating somewhere between 2 and 1,000 years.
Is it just me, or do things seem a little strained between Miwako and Rentaro?
Do they? Come on, make with the details.
I don't really know. It's just an impression.
Ugh, boring. Nancy, if we're going to be gossip buddies, you're going to have to work on your follow-through.
Miwako seems a little annoyed with Rentaro.
Well, that's not surprising. Rentaro is super annoying. Super annoying. It's part of this reverse psychology bizarre charm he's got. When he's in one of his hyper Rentaro moods, it's like hanging out with a puppy. Except Rentaro is housebroken, and he doesn't go all crazy when there's a cat outside. Well, most times he doesn't.
Do you see Rentaro much?
Oh yeah, he loves the city. He's here every chance he can get.
Do you know why he's so eager to move to the city?
Oh, he's been that way forever. When we were kids, he and I used to jump on the train the second my mom turned her back. We weren't supposed to go into the city unsupervised, so Miss I'd rather break a bone than a Rura Miwako never came. Although, maybe she was right about that. We got in so much trouble every time.
Do you know what Rentaro wants to do once he moves to Kyoto?
Tech something? I sort of don't listen to him when he's being boring about things.
I got that picture you sent. How did you do all of the designs?
I did it at the Purikura booth. They're everywhere around here. They're these picture booths, and you get to choose decorations, and you can write out your own messages.
That sounds pretty cool.
It is. Everyone uses them. Keep an eye out, and I'll send you some more.
Do you believe that the ryokan is haunted?
I do. It's not just haunted. There's something else strange going on there.
What do you mean?
Look, I don't want to freak you out, but between you and me, the haunting is nothing compared to some of the other strange stuff going on over there. Last time I visited, it was late at night, and I was out in the garden and something was off. I could just feel it. All of a sudden, there was this loud shriek and this flash of light.
And then?
And then, Nancy Drew, I saw aliens. Dozens of them. They had come to visit all of their ghost friends.
Okay, I get it. You don't believe in haunting.
I really don't. Sorry.
But you have to admit that things have been pretty strange since your mother...
I told you I didn't want to talk about that. Hello.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Peace out, Nancy Drew.
Logan here.
Yes?
All right. Savannah wants me to translate that article for you. I don't know what it is you said to her, but whatever you did to get her to talk about that paranormal garbage, you need to knock it off.
I can't promise that.
You really don't get it, do you? This ghost stuff isn't a joke, especially not to her. Since I'm the one stuck picking up the pieces after she gets too wrapped up in one of her cases, I'm telling you, leave it alone for her sake. And yours.
What happened to Savannah? Why doesn't she work with paranormal cases anymore?
It's not something she likes to talk about.
I gathered that, but can you tell me?
When we're traveling, I spend weeks with her just touring on buses, long plane flights, we talk a lot. I know everything about her childhood, her best friend's dog's name from when she was 5, her favorite ice cream flavors. She's very chatty.
Then what has she told you about?
Nothing, not a single word. I've asked, and when I do, she just goes quiet and excuses herself. She's never told me to stop bugging her about it, but I can tell that she wants to. That's why I don't want you bothering her about it either. Whatever happened when she was writing the second ghost book, it really got to her.
Second ghost book?
Wasn't supposed to mention that. It's a secret, and it's not done, so don't think you're going to get your hands on it. I don't even know if she still has the manuscript. She had me tell her publisher she burned it, but I don't know if that's the truth.
I really need a copy of Savannah's book. Can you help me?
Sure. Bookstores are a great start. Or the internet is helpful, but I'm really more of a brick-and-mortar person, honestly. I suppose you could also go the books on tape route. TV's Ralston Palpers does an excellent job with the text. Really makes it come alive.
No, I meant, could you send me a copy?
Oh, nope. But thank you for asking.
How long have you been working for Savannah?
Started a few years back as a fill-in gig during spring break. Eventually she needed a long-term assistant, and the job was just too weird to turn down.
Have you finished translating the article yet?
Just about. I'll have it sent to you as soon as I finish.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
I saw the article about what happened to your mother.
I'm busy. Maybe you should go.
It said that you were the first one to find her. That must have been very hard.
I said I'm busy. That means leave me alone. Now. I'm busy right now.
Hi.
I know what happened to your mother.
I told you to...
It was an accident. I think you, all of you, blame yourselves.
It wasn't an accident. But since you won't let it drop, you want to know why we all blame ourselves, Nancy?
Why?
Because we were all here. We were all here that night and not one of us helped her. We all just let her die alone.
But you didn't know.
Leave me alone, Nancy. I should get to work now.
Hello, Nancy-san.
We fixed the portrait. I think it's back up in the lobby.
It is, yes,
Rentaro tells me that it's very important to you.
yes. It is very important to all of us.
Why were you so upset when it fell?
You would be upset if something you love broke.
There was more to it than that.
No, that was all.
Why doesn't Yumi want to work here?
She will. She is just like her mother at that age. She listens to no one, not even herself.
Why can't Miwako just take over the ryokan?
You do not understand. That is not how it works.
But she's here now.
It is not what Kasumi wants.
What do you mean, wants?
Nancy-san, I'm sorry, but I am very tired. I should rest.
Oh no, sounds like another unhappy customer. I should listen to what's going on.
When we first walked in the door, my wife told me she had a bad feeling about this place. But no, I told her she was being unreasonable. Well, whatever it is that's going on down here, we are not putting up with it anymore. That thing you left in our room. No one should ever see something like that. I want my money back.
There was nothing there.
And I want to see this place closed down. You'd never get away with something like this in Sydney.
Sir, please, we are not haunted.
Oh, please yourself.
That was the last customer, wasn't it?
Yes, Nancy, it's just you. So make yourself comfortable. We are all here for you until something happens to scare you off too.
I don't scare easily.
I've heard that before. Look, I'm sorry I shouldn't be upsetting you with all of this. Please, you're my only guest left. Let me at least make sure you have a good trip. Maybe you recommend us to your friends.
I still want to help.
Help? You want to help? Look around you. This place is beyond help. It was spooky and lonely before everything that happened, and now... Why do you think Yumi got out of this place as soon as she could? People come because they've heard it's haunted. They come here to be scared, and even they can't take it. I'm sorry, Nancy. There's nothing you can do here. Help yourself and find somewhere safer to stay.
Four is supposed to be an unlucky number here. I wonder if that's a coincidence. That wasn't read before.